Okay, squad battles, AOTR, scenarios, the capture of Balta, start of turn 2 of 12. This is going to be my last, I think my last planned kind of introductory type video. So this is what I'm going to do if it works out. So I'm going to use one of the getting started files that come with these games. This is not the getting started file for this game. It's from another game in the series, but I think it'll work out. So again, this is just a kind of a last look at the basics, and if this works, then I will continue from here to just play and discover more of the details and the nuance and the okay, so I should have talked about that, but well, I'll do that on the next turn go around. Okay, so let's see. Okay, the battlefield and the troops. Scrolling around, obviously, right now, using the setting of what auto scroll selected. So that means that I just need to go to the edge of the screen and it scrolls in that direction. Okay, forces, objectives. So here's an example of an objective. It's a little, I'm not sure what that is, but a little marker with a number inside. That's the number of victory points you get for the objective. It's also listed down here, objective 20 points. Russian, I guess, is Russian control. Okay. Alright, so let's look at, well, we have the zooms, obviously. So zoom all the way out. We have zoomed out 2D. There's certainly some utility to this, but I do prefer the 3D views. Then you have a zoomed in 2D, which is very reminiscent of a Hex Encounter tabletop game, obviously. And you zoom in here, the zoomed out 3D, which I consider to be usable, if not especially good looking. And then finally zoomed in 3D, which I do like, especially for watching the action unfold. Forces, so yeah, let's we can use this one. So here's the highlighted hex down here. Here's the unit and the equipment, weapons and equipment that follow left to right after the personnel unit are what is being used by that personnel unit. So this is, oh yeah, Captain Vatutin, and he is carrying this PPD SMG submachine gun. This is a personnel unit, 5 men, so a reduced squad. And this personnel unit is carrying 1 DP light machine gun and 4 rifles, M1891 rifles. So together 5 weapons carried by 5 individuals. And then beyond you can have, here's a weapon, yeah, here's the crew, artillery crew weapon. You can have different kinds of equipment, not just weapons, but I guess these are kind of plain forces. Yeah, okay, but you can have other types of equipment, but it's the same idea. The equipment is follows left to right, the personnel unit having, holding or using that weapon or equipment. And then we have down here, well, so we have for a unit, personnel unit, we have morale, status, obviously using a kind of U.S. school letter grade type rating, status, movement points, total movement allowance, I guess you could say. This tells you that the unit is on ground. That is, it's generally down, taking cover. Right click and you get more information. Yeah, for the weapons. So here, let's go to the rifles, 6 rifles, effectiveness or status, effectiveness, whichever, fire, number of fires per turn, and then right click, reliability, from A best to F worst, range in hexes, lethality and penetration, and then over here is the number of total men in the hex. We know that because that's a 6-man personnel unit and a single leader, together 7 soldiers in the hex. And over here in this hex display, you'll also have let's see, example here. So if we choose that hex, nope, that's not a good example. Nope, that's not a good example either. Well, you should have terrain. There we go, hedge. So you have additional terrain information here. So that's a hedge. So when I go to this hex, that hex side should show hedge, and there it is, hedge. Okay. If there are, I don't think we're going to get it in this game, but if there are more personnel units and weapons and equipment, then can be shown here. You'll have a little arrow here for scrolling through additional units and equipment. Alright, down here we have very general information, the time of the turn, date, the turn number of total number, and then this is weather conditions, so normal conditions in this case. Okay. Alright, again we have 3 objectives as we looked at before. I'll scroll. Oops. What was that? Oh, company markings. Okay. I'll scroll out. We have, there's 1 objective there. There should be, in review here, 3 altogether, yeah. So there's that one. Oh yeah, the bridge. That one, and then the other bridge. Okay. All right. Okay, how to move a unit. There are 2 ways. Yeah, so here, let's choose the tank here. We'll have the tank move this way to... No, actually that's not a good idea because they won't have infantry support. Let's move the tank over here, closer to the infantry, the friendly infantry. Okay, so so first of all, up here is where we toggle back and forth from move to fire mode. So we'll select the unit. So here's the hex. We select the unit there, and select it again. No. Click on it again to deselect it, or double click on the hex to automatically highlight all units in the hex. And then we So we can right click hex by hex, and as it moves, its movement allowance will go down like that, or we will hold down the left key and move it like that. And here I want to turn it back towards these Germans here. So I'm going to do this one clockwise, 1 and 2. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. Okay. Move again. Yep. All right. Okay, so we still have the tank selected. We have highlight organization, target units, used movement points, spotted units, fixed units, and next stack, jump map, reachable hexes. So here's this red diagonal arrow. Select reachable hexes, and all the hexes that can be reached by that unit are highlighted. Visible hexes. Here is, I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but yeah, I'm not sure what that. But same T-26 tank selected, still highlighted because it has the lighter background. And select reachable, or not reachable hexes, but visible hexes from here. Toggle display visible hexes. All right. All right, leaders. Let's take a look at leaders. So I'm just going to select another hex, which will deselect that tank there, the T-26. Let's look at a leader. There we go, Captain Vatutin, back to Captain Vatutin. Okay. These leaders are stacked with various squads. Should be fired upon and become pinned or demoralized, it will be his responsibility to rally those troops. It's more difficult to rally troops without a leader present. Alright. I don't think there's smoke in this scenario. Let's see if there's any more moving to do. I doubt it. We got a 6 reduced squad, morale D on ground, and improved position. They're on ground, yeah. But not improved position. It's a village hex though. I think that's 3 meter high terrain in the hex. So the village is 3 meters high. Trees 25 meters high. Yeah, protection 8, elevation 120 meters, visibility 50 hexes, which is, I think, pretty much normal, clear weather conditions. Alright, any other moving? Got that unit. They're not in an improved position either. Don't see any Germans over here yet though. Here, similar position. Similar position. They're all oriented this way. Don't know what's coming that way yet. Over here, what do you got? Mortars. Excellent mortars. Let's fire this mortar. Alright, I'm going to select the mortar. I double clicked on the hex, highlighted the unit. I'm going to switch to fire mode. The cursor turns to a target reticle, and we're going to draw. So the Germans here, Germans here. All right, those are our choices, and we're going to fire here. Range is 20. Reliability A, crew of 2. Okay, and that's the 2-man crew there. So right click on the target. Just missed. They're not sighting. They're not observing for themselves. Missed again. And 3 misses. Not very accurate without better spotting capabilities. Flip back to move mode. All right. You know, I think that's basically, I guess I already got through the basics. That's good to know. So I'm just going to pick up another video.